It's a fairly nice day outside. Sunshiny and probably about 40 degrees in the sunshine, a little bit of wind, but good day to get the Speed X out nevertheless. So, getting my S-17 out. No, I can't remember what year it is, but it's either 70 or 71. I have so many different years I can't keep track of them, but had trouble getting it going yesterday. Didn't want to go and stay running without the choke being on the whole way, so I opened up the needle valve a little bit, threw some seafoam in the gas, and after about a half hour of pulling it and having it run for a few seconds, it finally just opened up and decided to work. The only problem with this one is it has a governor problem, and if I don't have this tied down, the governor, it'll flip the whole way the other way, the other side, and then it'll make it run full throttle. I don't know whether the spring's hooked up backwards or what, but I have it yarned that way right now so it doesn't kick in, and my throttle still works that way, so I have a feeling that's the way I'm going to leave it for a while until I can figure out what's going on with it. This is the only one I have. It has a cushion seat and a toolbox. I keep my pull rope in, and I guess I can show some changes I've made to the shed in recent times. I've added a few Air Force posters that I picked up from the attachment. And then our local Blockbuster over in State College was going out of business, so I had all these movie backer cards. I picked them up. I think it was like 10 for $1 or something like that, and I just picked them up and hung them up. I got the backer cards for the whole Pacific set. I got a couple license plate hung up and the big Castrol sign hung up. I was going to hang up this snap-on thing, but I couldn't get it to hang up very well. It's got like a mirror finish on the outside, and it was a little bit wobbly when I hung it up, so I didn't want to risk it breaking by falling off of a nail. I brought the snowblower off the big Brutus down here. I got the little plow there, and hung my Texaco sign up in the back wall instead of in the corner where it was. Alright. Okay. Let's give her a start and see if she'll go. I had it running really good yesterday, so if all goes well, it'll take 2 pulls and it'll be going. Choke. Give her a pull. I forgot. Gotta roll away. Gonna take more than 2 pulls, I guess. Alright, so it took 3 pulls today. That's where I have it idling right now. This engine is actually not the one that came with this tractor. This engine came off of That Speedex right there, it doesn't have the engine on it. And then the engine off of this one is now on my S-19. Because the engine that came on my S-19 sheared the crankshaft, so I had to just keep buying engines and keep buying Speedexes to swap the engines over to them. But I got this tractor for $175. This came with the tractor, the mower deck, and the snowplow on the front. Alright, well, let's go take it for a spin. I haven't trimmed my throttle cable yet. The old linkage broke, so I put a new throttle cable on it and didn't trim it up yet. For you, those who don't know about Speedex, the engine is mounted on slides, and to those slides is this pedal, and to go, you just put it in gear with this transmission. Back is forward and forward is reverse. Go figure. But to go, you just push down the pedal, slides the engine forward, and it tightens up the belt going to the transmission, and it makes it go. You want to stop, just kick the pedal and it slides the engine back. Pretty simple setup. Right now, this is the only running Speedex that I have. My S-24 doesn't have spark. My S-19 is down at my friend's dad's house, getting hopefully worked on or something. Hopefully it'll be going soon. And that would be all the ones that I have engines on right now. As of yesterday, this one didn't run either, but as you can see, I got it going pretty good. Here, a little throttle here. This is the best running Briggs engine I think I've ever dealt with. The Speedexes came off of it, been sitting for 25 years. It came from a next Speedex dealer. I don't think he ever sold it, and they just sat beside his garage for pretty much the last 25 years. I went over and I bought it from him for $40. And we got it home, and Dad was holding the spark plug wire above the spark plug to see if it had any spark when I pulled it. And he's holding it about a quarter-inch away, and when I pulled it, it shocked him. It had been sitting for 25 years, and it had bright blue spark going a quarter-inch from the spark plug wire to the top of the spark plug. So I haven't touched this engine ignition-wise since I've got it. I had carburetor work done on it before I knew anything about carburetors. But other than that, I haven't touched anything electrical on it. Other than fixing the spark plug wire that the mice chewed up. I electrical tape and heat shrunk at, fix that back up. But it's probably original coil and point condenser in it still. Showed you something about the quality back then compared to now. We're after replacing them about every 5 years. This particular model of tractor has what they call the 2-speed transmission, which I'd shown you earlier. Move a selector knob to the rear for forward, in the middle is neutral, and then the whole way forward is reverse. And that only gives you 1 speed on the transmission. However, on that belt pulley right here, there's 2 pulleys on it. On the inside it's larger, on the outside it's smaller. On the engine, on the inside of the engine you would have a smaller pulley, then on the outside you have a larger pulley, which would give you 2 speeds. On the inside I believe it's slower than if you moved it to the outside. It'd make it go a little bit faster. I leave mine on the slow setting all the time. This one only has 1 pulley on the engine, so I can't swap speeds, but for all the more that I do with it, it suits me fine. When you shift on hills, you're supposed to use the handbrake. You pull up on the handbrake and it lets you shift your transmission on a hill, but I can't shift and pull the handbrake at the same time when I'm videoing. If I can fix that governor problem, this would be a pretty nice machine. I'd like to get a seat cover made for the seat though, because like when I go to shows and stuff like that, if it rains, because the seat has cracks in it, it fills up with water, so when I sit on it, it looks like I did something in my jeans. And it's not the most pleasurable feeling sitting on a seat that's filled with water either. So I hope to find a seat cover for it or something. Let's go some RPMs. There's my next SpeedX project. You can kind of see the belt guard. Bought that, just the frame for 70 bucks, so I need to buy everything. Hood, rims, tires, engine. It's got a long way to go, but hopefully someday it'll be running again. Probably paid too much for it at 70 bucks, but I'd rather give it hope than nothing to do, just sitting out in some guy's yard. Of course, I guess it's not doing much better here, but the problem is it's so heavy I can't move it by myself. You almost need a skid steer to pick it up. my baby. I guess I could probably take my snowplow mount off. Doesn't look like it's gonna snow anytime soon. Although I shouldn't say that. It snowed on Easter a couple years ago. Had about an inch of snow on Easter a couple years ago. Check both ways for idiots. Okay, well, I guess. I can end this video by doing a walk around, I suppose. That's my S-17.